Welcome. In front of me I have the newly released Mac Mini M4, and I'll go over unboxing along with a quick look at the computer. I think that's the best way to describe it, and its specifications. So without wasting any time, let's just pop it open. The box itself is actually relatively small, as you can see, and just kind of compared maybe to something like a smartwatch box. Here's a smartwatch box. I'm comparing it. You can see it's very small, or maybe a mouse as a comparison. So yeah, it is a bit of a kind of like a cube, but in any case, let's just pop it open. Yoink one thing and the other one. And right here at the back you can automatically also see some of the info. So this is a 16 gigabyte unified memory with 256 gigabytes of SSD storage. And it is the M4 version. Popping it open, have our Mac right off the bat with a pretty slick metal design. Feels satisfying. There we go. Zoom out a little bit. And for some reason this is plastic, unless this is not supposed to come off. See. Nope. Okay. I think it just has this plastic kind of design. Anyway, inside here we have our nice braided Carol plug connector. Now this is the European plug, so it might look a little bit different than for you. But all in all, nice little cable. The fact that it's braided just adds to the quality of it. And it looks like that's almost it. Here we just have a little bit of a circular manual, and that's about it. So dropping that back in here, I'm gonna quickly go over the some other specifications. So number one, I'm gonna start off with the price because this is one that actually surprised me here. This device, computer, costs, at least in Poland and PLN, costs 3,000 PLN. Now that is lower than what typical like flagship cell phone costs. So it's actually like about 1,000 below. So this is a very good price for what these actual computers offer, as they are very good. One of the better things about them is the insanely low power draw. The M4 processor, or just in general their silicone, because it's ARM based, it is very power efficient. That is one of those computers that you can just plug in and run it permanently and not worry about the fact that it's going to be drawing like 300 watts out of your wall. So very nice. It also has a 10-core CPU and a 10-core GPU, and 4 Thunderbolt 4 ports, or one Thunderbolt 4 ports, HDMI, and a gigabit Ethernet. So if I flip it over, you can kind of see it right here. So here we have the gigabit HDMI, then we have the Thunderbolt, which is kind of labeled with a Thunderbolt, and we have in general several USB-C plugs. So here we have 3 along with 2 at the front right over here, and a headphone jack. Now these little fingerprints that are leaving is because this device literally just came into the office and it's still cold. So yeah, that's why it's kind of leaving these kind of weird marks. But all in all, pretty nice design. The only downside of this device is, as you can see, the power button is at the bottom for some idiotic reason. Because everyone wants to, reach to the bottom of the device where there is not enough space to even put your finger. So you need to pick it up, turn it on, and put it down. What? Whoever came up with this idiotic idea should be fired at Apple, because this is the dumbest brain-dead shit I have ever seen. And you know what? I will give you a freebie, Apple. You know what he could have done? A touch capacitive Apple button. Crazy. And it would have solved the problem. It would still look minimalistic, because that's what you're going for, obviously, without making it stupid, so I need to pick it up to turn it on. So that's one way that you can fix it. But if you want to not deal with this stupidity right here, people already online created a 3D files for 3D printing. A little clip-on that'll be right here that you just kind of press, and it just, you know, clicks the button at the bottom. So that would be a way you can solve this monumental blunder that they have created right here, because this is just such a monumental failure of unfathomable proportion that I don't even know how this got to the design. Alternatively, what you could do, and hear me out on this because this will be so stupid, but Apple made a stupid design. This is a stupid solution. Voila. You fixed the problem. You're just going to be keeping it upside down, and you actually have the button that you don't need to pick up the device for. Yay. So yeah, that's basically my look at the device. All in all, the fact that it's super small, compact like this, which means you can just drop it in a bag, doesn't cost a kidney, and offers a decent performance out of this tiny little package while drawing virtually no power, is a very compelling product, I would say, which is a rarity when it comes down to Apple, as they would usually just try to fleece you out of your money for the devices. So this one is just kind of unreasonably competitively priced, I would say. So anyway, with that being said, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.